guys kind of found a tough out with them tonight. They kept hanging around and hanging around. And their record wouldn't indicate maybe as good as they really are, would it?
No, they're a tough team. They beat St. Joe's at St. Joe's. They were 2-0 away this year, so they've had a bunch of close games. They're a really good team, and we knew that we were going to have to compete all the way through tonight.
That bucket looked awful big to you out there tonight, didn't it? A good shot, good shooting night for you.
Thank you. I got the ball in spots that my teammates wanted me in, my coach wanted me in. I mean, they just believe in me. All the guys believe in me, and they keep telling me to be aggressive. They've been telling me to be aggressive, and I got the ball a little bit more today, and I was able to be a little bit more aggressive.
How you getting it in good position, God love? You getting mismatches also, do you think?
A lot of times, like especially in the 8-10, the four men are usually not big, you know. They're not big men or the prototypical big men, and so I'm able to try to use my strength and size to get good positioning down there.
And what about your stroke from the outside?
I felt good shooting it. I felt good in warm-up, so I felt like I was going to have a pretty good shooting night.
For the second consecutive season, you guys had a 5-1 start in 8-10 play, but last season it was a 2-game drop. How do you rebound from that, and perhaps just say totally new season, different pieces to the puzzle, or is it a matter of saying, okay, starting hot again? How do you continue to respond from there?
Well, last year I think we dropped to Dayton on the road, and we couldn't throw the ball in the ocean that game, and then we dropped a tough one against Richmond on a Sunday afternoon here, and Richmond's always given us problems. But we got to take it. We can't think about last year. I mean, the past is the past. We'll get ready for St. Louis. I think they're 5-0 in the league and one of the top teams, so we'll definitely have our money's worth. But we'll have the right game plan, and you know, it's good to get a W going into our 7th league game. So hopefully, you know, we'll be able to take care of them on Saturday.
Certain comfort level with this league as a whole. I mean, obviously, it's essentially all you guys have ever known, but with the evolution of the program, is there a certain comfort level with it?
Yeah, I think you know, this is our 5th year in the league, and we've had we've always been, relatively speaking, at the top half of the league. Last year as champions, so I think there's definitely some comfortability playing in this league, and every year I think we're progressing, and the coaching staff is seeing what some tenured coaches are starting to do differently and what they're continuing to do. So I think, you know, overall I'd say yeah.
Kellen, it appeared they were cutting off the driving lanes more for you and John Axel than most teams do. What did you see out there that they were doing that made it so difficult to penetrate?
You know, I actually thought I was able to get penetration a lot. I just they did a good job at once I had already beaten on the initial dribble or two. They would do a good job kind of cutting me off and making me take 8 to 12 foot shots. So I'm assuming they had a scouting report on John and I driving to the rim, and we're probably going to try to make us take some tough shots. I think we had a lot of makeable shots, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, a win's a win. So
It was more so in the first half that I noticed that.
Yeah.
In the second, you kind of loosened them up a little bit more in the second half.
yeah.
Was it just a matter of time? I mean, I guess it's about the 8-minute mark when they finally started to pull away. What was it that got you that?
We got stops. That's at the end of the day. That always is what's going to give us a W. We're confident we can score against each team in this league, but when we don't guard, that's when we're vulnerable. And oftentimes, if our shots aren't falling, playing defense becomes even harder. So credit to us today. Although we didn't shoot terrific, we were able to get stops when they were most important, and that propelled our run. I think around the 8-minute mark was when we kind of took control.
Luke had that big night the other night, and then tonight he kind of continued, not with the numbers, but kind of he's still got the stroke going. What's he need you guys now?
He's big for us. He's such a good shooter. I mean, you guys can see, like, he spaces the floor. The opposing teams always put so much on them, and like in the first half, they were chasing him. I don't know if you guys could tell, but like they were chasing him off the line. Like every time he caught it, they were all in him, and so like it allowed for all the other guys to have some space. And whenever he got it, he was still able to knock it down, just give him a little bit of space. He's so big for us.
But you filled in the gaps, I thought, a lot tonight where he was not able to get the shot very often. So you took up the slack.
Thank you.
Yeah, Luke is so important to us because a lot of teams play gap defense, which is, you know, in between you and the ball, your man and the ball, and you know, teams are hugging Luke. They're shadowing him and trying to stay as close. So that opens up driving opportunities. That gives Keyshawn, Luka, Dushan, Bates more room to post up. So he's a pivotal part of what we do. And it was great to see him kind of have a breakout game against Richmond the other night, or the other day.
Just for the record, Kellen, we talked a little bit before we started the formal session here about you going down. We were worried about you maybe knee or something, but tell everybody exactly what happened there.
I'm blaming myself for not drinking enough water and Gatorade before the game. That was just 2 cramps in each of my calves. Nothing serious, nothing to worry about, just 2 back cramps. I feel like I have golf balls right now in my calves, but just cramps, nothing to worry about.
A lot better than it could have been.
Yeah, exactly.
Back to Luke, did you get a sense last year of how tough it was on him?
Luke?
Luke.
Yeah, I mean, having such, I mean, we had high expectations for Luke last year, and then to see him tragically go down with an ACL, and it was definitely tough on him in the first, you know, few weeks, but for the most part, he was an amazing teammate, and he really handled it incredibly well given the circumstances. So, yeah, it was definitely tough to see. I mean, he was my roommate last year, so to see such a great friend have to miss the whole season because of an injury that was out of his control was definitely sad for all of us. But he's bounced back great this year. He's slimming down. He continues to look better and better, stronger and stronger every day. And like I said before, you guys see what a pivotal part of our team he is. So.
You put the ball on the floor a couple times recently also.
Yeah, Coach has been encouraging him to take advantage of people closing out on him, and he has the ability. So, you know, we're encouraging him too.
Anything else for these guys?
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Well, I'm very, very pleased with this win because I see progress. I love the way Kellen Grady went to the basket tonight. He had been a little bit hesitant about going to the basket since his injury. I love the way he went to the basket tonight. I love the fact that Luke Frampton did not hunt his shot. He was hot as can be, but only took shots that were great shots. Keyshawn Pritchett has given us a dimension that we had several years ago when we had Jake Cohen and Damon Brooks in the front court. Now to have those 2 guys able to score inside the way they are, Luke is showing he could make the 3, and Keyshawn's had 2 straight games where he can make the 3. So that's given us quite a boost offensively. I loved our half-court defense. They made some 3s on us, yes, but I loved our half-court defense.
What allowed you to finally shake them? What allowed you to finally shake them that way?
I think we just made some very good decisions offensively. Luka came in and got some big buckets for us. You know, think about the layups that we missed. We made layups when we separated ourselves, and we got great looks at it, but we just didn't knock them down.
Bob, looking at this game going into it, their record doesn't indicate that they're that strong, but I'm sure you
Well,
felt they were stronger.
see, I think no matter who you play in the Atlantic 10, there's no easy outs. They have won 2 games in a conference, and both of them are on the road. Okay, both of them are on the road.
And they were trying.
They beat St. Joe's by 15. They beat LaSalle by 3 after being down by 20. They took Duquesne to overtime and had a chance to win it on Sunday. This is a team that, you know, when they're making shots, anything can happen. And they had 5 different guys make 3s, I think, tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different guys make 3s. It's a lethal weapon in college basketball today, and it makes games really exciting. And of course, we shot ourselves in the foot at the foul line, which is very uncharacteristic of us.
And they had some uncontested 3s that didn't go, that they were wide open looks
Correct.
too. That
Correct.
were good for you.
Bob, what is your comfort level in this league now versus that 14-15 season?
I think we know the ropes in terms of traveling, arenas, style of play, how challenging it is to play every night in a tough situation. That perhaps is the biggest revelation that I had when we entered this league, was that you're playing on Saturday, and you have a tough game Saturday, but you're gonna have a tough one on Wednesday, and you're gonna have another tough one on Saturday, and another tough one the following Tuesday. That perhaps is one of the things that has really gotten my attention about the Atlantic 10. Finally, we've gone through the cycle, so we know that now.
You touched on George Washington being in it in every game, and obviously this is a league that allows for that, but for you guys to be 5-1 for the second consecutive season, what does that say about this program as a whole?
We were 5-1 last year? Really? As much I know.
5-1, 2-4, 3-3, 4-2.
Okay. I think we belong in this league. I think we've proved that we belong in this league, and we're a young team. I mean, they're young, yes, but we're starting 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and 2 freshmen, a sophomore, and 2 juniors. And we're young. And the only senior on the team is Nathan, and, he's not suited up until maybe next week, so.
How much of Luke's game have you seen? Where do you think he is?
I think he's scratching the surface. He's getting better defensively because he's feeling more comfortable. He's putting on the floor a little bit more comfortable. He's got great balance and rhythm in his shot. He's a sensational passer. I mean, he hit Kellen with Mahomes pass. I mean, he threw a couple of them Saturday, too, like Mahomes passing the ball. I mean, darts. So I think he's scratching the surface for how good he can be.
Don't you think that?
I think he can be one of the great guards in the history of Davidson basketball. I really believe that.
Don't you think that hurt your productivity in the first half, that he had to sit so much for foul trouble?
Luka or Luke?
Yeah, Luka.
Oh, I thought you asked about Luke.
Oh.
He was asking about Luke.
Oh, I thought
You can talk about Luka now.
Luka is who I meant, yeah. The fact that he had to sit so much.
A-E-I-M. That's the way he used to say it in Latin. Luka, Luki, Luke.
This is Luka, I guess.
What about Luka?
Yeah, what I wanted to ask, don't you think his having to sit for foul trouble so much in the first half had to hurt your overall
Oh,
productivity?
no doubt about it.
Quite a bit.
No doubt about it. He played 19 minutes and had how many points? 14 points.
He was single digits in the first half.
And I'd like to see the 2 walks that they called against him.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the feet. I'd like to see the feet.
Anything else?
How difficult of a matchup is Keyshawn defensively? Just, it seems like he's a mismatch.
Yeah, what the great thing about Keyshawn is he's learning to utilize his strength and his deception, where sometimes he's tried to overpower people with quickness. He doesn't have that quickness anymore. He just doesn't have it. But he's using change of speed, change of direction, and strength. And you could see tonight, I mean, he's pretty tough to stop in there.
How much is he thinking when he's got the ball? I mean, it looks like he's very strategic in what he's doing.
And we know he could pass out of that situation as well. So we feel very confident about that. And of course, when he's burying threes, and I think what did he shoot Saturday? I don't remember what he shot Saturday. From 3?
Oh, no.
2 for 3, and he's 3 for 5 tonight. He was, I think, our leading percentage three-point shooter last year, or close to it. And he's finally back.
Anything else?
And we don't practice him. Let's see, we played Saturday, we took off Sunday, he didn't practice Monday. Oh, my goodness. He didn't practice Monday. He practiced maybe 3/4 of practice yesterday. And he'll take off tomorrow, won't practice tomorrow, and probably half practice on Friday.
But it seems like he's found, or you guys have kind of found that formula for him.
Yeah, we did it last year, too.
Right.
Yeah.
You mentioned that it's a limited 90 minutes per day max, and so a lot of time when we look to go the bike and just balancing other ways to keep his cardio and fitness up. Is that?
Yeah, that's a challenge. That's a challenge. And we have a great trainer. Justin King is sensational. So that helps a lot.